What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Trell here with my heterosexual life partner, DeMar DeRozan, who got kicked out of the playoffs by LeBron.
Anyway.
He will always be DeMar. Alright, so as you guys know, we just Konami just started this end of match procedure, and a lot of people are on the fence about it. Some like it, some hate it. How do you feel about it, Paul?
So anyway, we're gonna talk about how. But yeah, people have different opinions, right?
Yes,
like some people love it, some people hate it. But we're not actually here to complain about it. Instead,
we're here to embrace it. We're here to show you guys some cards that you can use to kind of get a leg up on the competition when it comes to that type of thing. Because let's be honest, when you're playing competitively, a lot of times it's going to go into time, and
yeah, it happens.
It's gonna happen. It happens a lot, obviously. I mean, watch this jersey was proof of that.
I'm gonna kick this one off.
Go ahead.
I am starting with Diane Keto, the Cure Master. Old Faithful.
Yes.
Like started.
How many of you remember that card? How many of you know what that card is?
The idea here is like, let's say that it's your main phase when time gets called, right? And like it's game 3, and at the end of this phase, it's over. You're both at 8,000. Diane Keto and then go to battle phase and it's over.
Right.
Like that's the goal. It's simple. There's nothing to say about this card.
That's the whole point of it. You're trying to get the leg up. Oh, we're both 8,000. Now I'm at 9,000. My phase ends.
Yeah, it's extremely uninteractive too. So your opponent's unlikely to have anything that they can like chain really. Like there's nothing like that. It's not even a burn card, which is kind of funny because like if it's a burn card, like it's like Hain Wada and those other weird cards.
Yeah, there's a way to stop it, but you're gaining life.
You're just gaining.
Yeah. So no interaction, which is really good. So Tellarknight Awesome, however you want to pronounce it, Awesome, whatever. Awesome. I know a lot of people say it's not awesome. And he's pretty awesome, especially given now because he's pretty much, you summon him, no matter how you summon, 1,000. So unless your opponent is playing Vader, which a lot of people are in this format, it doesn't matter. You can ghost over him, he dies, they still burn.
Yeah, it's all about. And speaking of awesome, there are actually a lot of other monsters that are similar to this, right? Like just stuff that like
Volcanic Slicer.
Yeah.
There's a Raid Raptor card that does 600.
Yeah, like literally anything that you can just summon and like damage them.
Exactly.
Because again, the phase ends and this is over with.
Yeah, there's nothing else you can do. Just
card advantage be damned. Summon,
and
burn.
You can search out Awesome with Rhoda. So it's like if you need that way to win, we're just gonna Rhoda for this card.
Another kind of cheeky one, Reversal Quiz. Okay, this card's weird, and so hear me out. So basically you have to send everything in your hand and field to the grave. Which, like, obviously that's horrible for card advantage, but
it doesn't matter.
Won't matter.
It's time.
You call the monster or the card type of the top card of your deck, like Monster, Spell, Trap. You reveal it, and if it's right, you switch life points with your opponent. It doesn't matter what the disparity in life points are between you and your opponent. They can have 1,000,000 life points, right? And you can have like 100.
Right.
But when you switch them, that's it. Like
now you got 1,000,000.
Because I know with like some of the other cards in this list, it's like, you know, maybe deal 1,000 or 2,000 or whatever. But this, it doesn't like they're not concerned with the amount. It's just going to switch them.
This card was one that I personally just didn't like, and for the only obvious reason being that if you guys are going to game 3 and you're tied, so unless there's some way to actually give your opponent life points and then switch, which is still kind of counterintuitive. That's the only reason why I don't like the card. I mean,
if it's 8,000, 8,000, that's not going to.
Yeah, it's the worst card to have. It does nothing for you. But
and there is that chance factor.
Yeah.
Like, because if you
33% chance of actually calling it right, unless you know if you're playing Spirals.
Yeah, no. If you're playing Spirals, you'll know. If you're playing a deck that doesn't run traps, because there's a few of those now, like, just monsters and spells,
then
that helps.
Chance.
But yeah, that there is a little bit of like.
There's a bit of a luck factor. A bit of a luck factor to go into it. But Mystic Walk, and basically what Mystic Walk says it's a quick play spell. All it says is you're gonna tribute off a monster that you have and increase your life points by either the attack or the defense, whichever one's higher. Very simple. Get you a big monster out there, sack it off, gain life points.
Yeah, I like that it's quick play. I actually think that adds a lot because as we get further on this list, you guys are going to notice there's more like quick play cards. Quick plays help because if time gets called in your opponent's main phase and you already have something like this set, then it can still be key there. Because you don't want to have like, okay, Diane Keto doesn't do you anything if you haven't drawn it or like been able to, you know what I mean? Or like even if you were able to activate it but then time got called later, they can still make up the life point disparity. A card like this though, you can take them by surprise and just regain a lot of life points.
Right, you got that DSRUs on the field, and you got this face down, and it tributes for cost, which is really cool too because it's like they can't like do anything to the monster to get it out the way before you can get the card. Tribute off, gain life points. Which
and again, it's gaining. So like Hain Wada, all those cards, they're not going to really be in a position to stop it. Emergency provisions. So this card is kind of unique. Basically, the way that it works is you send like face-up spells and traps in your field at the grave. You gain 1,000 for each one. It's a quick play spell.
Another quick play.
And so obviously that gives you some versatility. It's not a completely independent card. You do have to have some other spell or trap on the field, either already face up, or you could like activate one,
right,
and then chain emergency provisions to it, and then get 1,000.
But what deck isn't playing that many spells if they can't do that anyway?
Yeah, like there's a lot of stuff. You know, you can do Rhoda, terraforming, something.
I mean, and plus once it becomes end of match procedures, everything is fair game. Like anything is now dead.
Advantage doesn't matter. It's no longer about like
if it's not for the cause, it has to go.
You just you gotta like get life points. And so that's really cool. And I mean, you can still use it in your opponent's turn. So sometimes that could come up. It could be relevant.
Now this is probably the most fun one for me on the list. And it's Goblin Thief. All Goblin Thief says is you gain 500 life points and your opponent takes 500 damage. Simple as that. All it's doing is simply it's just increase. It is bridging a gap in life points for you and your opponent. Simple as that. You can't get any better than that.
The spell, you just get to use it.
Basically,
we were considering this, and then cards like Meteor of Destruction,
Tremendous Fire,
and like Tremendous Fire, and all that stuff. This one edges them out just because like Meteor of Destruction has the whole like 3,000 life points or more.
3,000 more life points.
So you
Tremendous
never
Fire,
know.
you take 500 burn to yourself. So
with this, it's just the easiest way to like put 1,000
between. End of story. What can they do about it at that point?
Chain Strike. So this card just got limited for good reason. I think Konami, you know, they probably had these two things in mind: new end of match procedures and Chain Strike. Right. Too convenient that it all happens together. So Chain Strike, you know, you activate it as Chain Link 2 or higher, and then you can deal 400 for the chain number that it is.
Right.
Ideally, you can, you know, deal like 12 or 16 or 2,000. But I mean, if push comes to shove, all you have to do is activate anything at all, and then Chain Strike 2, and you can at least get 800 off the bat.
Bam, right off the bat, just
and
like that.
What's cool about it is it's another quick play spell, meaning it can kind of be used in either player's turn. It might, you know, you could do it on your turn. Like say you have one of your negators, Norito or Vortex Dragon or something like that, right?
Right.
You can like activate Terraforming and then use Vortex Dragon and negate your Terraforming and then just Chain Strike to that and just 1,200 damage. Whatever it takes to get the damage out.
Right.
All it matters. Because your negations won't matter. Your opponent's not getting a turn.
Everybody's playing just a hand trap, heavy.
Also true.
Just so it's also like true. You go and you're like Candina and they're like Vela. You're like Chain Strike and that's that's spell.
Yeah,
that's
true.
So that's 1,200 damage to your opponent just like that. Next on the list for me,
one of the top three.
Yeah, we're on our top three now. It's a very obvious one. It's actually going to be a Gaga Cowboy.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of you already know Gaga Cowboy, and also honorable mention with Gaga Cowboy is Blackwing No Thumb. If you want to put that in there as well, because
if you just synchro,
because we just don't need extra monsters to do damage or whatever. Gaga Cowboy obviously like the 2 level 4s, 800 to your opponent. A lot of people are running Valor. They can go Sorbet once again. Doesn't really matter. Yeah. I think it's one of the most no-brainer cards that we have in this game.
Yeah, I mean, because we've had formats that were like defined by like Gaga for game,
yeah, Gaga for
Cowboy
game.
for game.
Satellis was a huge one. I mean, come on.
So yeah, I mean, like just having it in your extra deck. Because right now, I don't think that there's like a Link monster that really does the equivalent.
Not really.
There's no burning Link monsters yet.
Nothing that matters.
Oh God, I'm afraid for when that happens.
It'll happen. You know, it's coming.
Poison of the Old Man. So you probably saw this coming, right?
Yeah.
Like this of all of the burn cards, all of just the spell burn cards, is actually the most usable, and it puts the most damage, I think, between the two of you. So it's 1,200. You can just gain 1,200, or deals.
It deals 800.
800 or whatever, but
or you can gain 1,200.
But generally, you just want to gain 12.
Yeah, because it's a bigger gap. Like I said, they can't hang wide of that. So
yeah, so none of those like types of cards that would stop it. That's really it. It's quick play again, using their turn, because when time gets called, I mean you do what you got to do. Quick plays are going to help you more than normal spells.
Everything's got to go. I said that Goblin Thief was the most fun, but this is probably my favorite on the list, and it's Firecracker. It's a Fire Fiend monster, I think it is. They came out of Maximum Crisis. Pretty much, it just says you discard the card from your hand, and you burn your opponent for 1,000. It has another effect that works on the field, but you don't care about that because this is end of match procedures. Everything else is irrelevant. I just think it's a really good card. It's level 4. It's actually 1,700 attack, which is really crazy.
I like that it's a monster.
Yes, it's a monster.
I like that it's a monster.
It's a monster. So you need to. You can go ahead and do some beat face with it.
You can like swing with it. You can link with it. Do whatever you need to do.
So those are the things. And like Paul said with a lot of like his quick play spell card, this is a card that you can sit within your hands at the ready for whenever your opponent is doing something. If they call time on your opponent's turn or your turn, it's just one of those cards that says, "Hey, I got the game for you."
The hand trap stuff it's even better than a quick play spell.
Yeah.
Because even with these quick play spells, I mean that might get in phase Twin Twisters or Storm Dusted or whatever.
Right.
This can't even they can't even do that. I mean this is just it's in your hand.
It's up. I play it
So you activate it and it doesn't matter. I mean, you can use it in like the draw phase, right? I mean, you can use it like any time.
You draw time up. Yeah. Firecracker.
So it's really
amazing.
simple as
so
that.
if y'all don't have any, y'all should probably pick that card. Yeah, we did. We also discussed it before the video. We had one card that we knew you guys would love. You want to say it on the count of 3?
Yeah, count of 3.
1, 2, 3. Sparks.
Sparks?
Ukazi.
Does 200 damage. Why would you just... Ukazi's 800 damage.
Ukazi's 800 damage, but check this out. Let's say you go into time, and they say and you're in your main phase 1, and you just play Sparks. Your opponent has to sit there with this salty face knowing that they lost by 200 life points.
I guess that's true.
As opposed, 800 is great, don't get me wrong.
800
this is like playing Cleat for a Scout. we're going original.
I'm Team Ukazi. I'm Team Ukazi.
All right, check this out. In the comments, we want Team Ukazi. Team Ukazi. Team Sparks.
I'm Team Ukazi.
I know we're gonna win.
800 damage.
I know we're gonna
800
win.
damage.
200 like a boss.
Yeah, let us know that down in the comments and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. And I think that's gonna be it.
That's it.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.